Alright, looks like I'm live. Hello everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and get started right away, I think, because we have a bit of a lengthy intro to get through. So demo, whenever you're ready. Thank you, Nico. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. So this is best ending for the first Harvest Moon game, of course. Endings are basically short cutscenes that happen at the end of the game. Hang on, I gotta focus here. Very important. So yeah, endings are a list of cutscenes that happen at the end of the game. I believe there's 20, and without glitches you can get 13 per file. And with glitches, you can get 17. Thank you all for the good luck. And the best ending refers to one of those cutscenes. It's for having 10 power berries, being married with 2 kids, picking up your dog 100 times, having 10,000 gold on hand, and I want to say something else that I'm forgetting. Alright, having 1 cow and 1 chicken. Nice Mother 2 cart. Yeah, so I'm actually playing on an English PCB that is inside of a Mother 2 cartridge, so I can play on a Super Famicom. That's why the cart is red in the background. Yeah, so this is basically like the main category for the game. It's a nice balance between getting married, or the marriage runs, and Max Ranch Master. Max Ranch Master, you basically do the same stuff as this run, just 5 times more. Why does the game have a church? Yeah, I'm not sure how they got that through. This game has a lot of religious references, and somehow that got past the, like, Nintendo guidelines. This also came out in 1996, so pretty late in the Super Nintendo's lifespan. So it's, like, even more surprising that they got it through. So this is Ellen. She brings us a dog. That's pretty much it. She is one of the marriage candidates in this game, but we're not going to be marrying her. I think in this route I'm going to marry Anne, unless I mess anything up and have to go with somebody else. So very important here, I'm gonna do some fishing for money, and the first time we do that, we have to clear the screen. If I were to run right up to this guy and talk to him, he would not let me fish. He would tell me to come back later. And the reason we use the carpenter's house instead of the crossroads is because every time you exit that screen, the clock rounds up to the following hour. So if you exit at 6:01 a.m., you'll come out on the other side at 7. And if you exit at 6:59 a.m., you also come out at 7. So that is my first fish out of 14. I'm going to ship 6 and then buy 10 potato seeds. That's where the majority of my money's gonna come from. And then I'm gonna ship 7 more for the snowseed flower. We're gonna buy that on Spring 23rd at the Flower Festival, and that gives us a power berry. It's also important to note that I'm doing this glitchless. The glitched route saves about 30 minutes roughly, because you can actually duplicate one power berry. No fish in pockets. Yeah, if there was a rucksack in this game, fishing would be a lot better. Also, real quick, I'm gonna hug my dog real quick. Alright, that should be 100. Looks like dog abuse. Yeah, it kind of is. They say it's hugging, but we kind of just pick him up and throw him 100 times. And even though that's never tracked in the game, I mean, it's tracked in the game, but it's never spoken about in the game, you have to do that for the best ending. So an interesting fact about fishing, it's technically not random. The only RNG is what time of day the fish bite at. So like if I were to reset today, I would have gotten a bite at that exact same time. But which item you get when you reel in the rod is based on the frame of the animation you hit Y. So in theory, every time I get a bite, I'm guaranteed a fish. But it's a 2-frame window at 60 FPS. So I'm probably gonna miss a lot. So I believe with the pattern I'm going for, a red boot is 1 frame early, and a can is 1 frame late. So anytime I get a boot or can, just know that I was barely off. Okay, that's 4, and I think today I'm gonna take out the hammer and axe, because I have to actually make room for my 10 potatoes. Can only count so much. Yeah, counting is hard. Okay, so if everything is going according to plan... No, I think you were right, Becca. I think Nico was overcounting. I think we are actually at 4. And if things go well today, I will have enough money to buy potatoes tomorrow. And tomorrow should be Friday. So if I don't catch 2 today, I can't buy any until Monday. Which is not the end of the world, but I do have to have... I do need 6 days of rain before the end of summer. So 2 days might not seem like a lot, but it actually is. Okay, fish number 5. Also, it's not the end of the world if I miscount. I can just hit the select button and see how much money I have. What's up, Heinz? Thanks for the good luck. Okay, that was 1 frame late. Also 1 frame late. You love how one of the big trees is also a house. Yeah, that's the Giga Chad treehouse. Why build one on top when you can build one inside the tree? Spitting image of Jason Momoa. Thank you, Heinz. So I technically could, I could till these tomorrow, but when it gets dark like this, it is basically impossible to see where you've planted crops. So I kind of like to till the day before, and then plant during the daytime. So that should be 4 plots. Is this the run I was doing a few months ago? No, so a few months ago I was running 999 Ranchmaster, which is kind of like the 100% category for the game, and that run is very RNG heavy. I think I got 998, but I was slightly short. I think I shipped like 1 potato too little. Yeah, so pretty much, almost every category in this game opens up with potatoes. That's kind of like the best early game money strategy, is catching like 7 or 8 fish, and then planting potatoes and letting rain water them. Because after summer 20th of year 1, you can buy the sprinkler, and that waters a 3x3 field around you. And it also has infinite water. Okay, that's 4. It's 5. 6. 7. 8. And that's 10. Yo, what's up, Vidaya? How's it going? Also, today I'm gonna break this chicken statue until I get that, the power berry. That's actually a roughly 10% chance of spawning every time you break it. So I got kind of lucky there. Okay, I think that's 5 plots. Also, I don't think I mentioned it, but I did get a farm berry last night. One, 2, 3, 4. So this is actually 8. Should I say Vidya? Yeah, I guess Vidya is not how that's pronounced, is it? But yeah, I got a farm berry last night. There are 2 farm berries in the game, and I need both of them. So I think I'll probably grind for that today. Is Jamie running something this marathon? I don't think he is, but I think he is commentating for Lana's run tomorrow morning. I think that's happening. Okay, so now I need 7 more fish before the 23rd. He's running Friends of Mineral Town at 7:55. I'm honestly not a huge fan of fishing in this game. Like, in theory, it wouldn't be that bad. If this game ran at 30 FPS, it wouldn't be that bad. But, knowing that it's not luck, and that every one of these could be a fish, if I was 1 frame later... What is that, like, 1/60th of a second later? Right, though, that is 2 out of 7. Yo, what's up, Nostro? Thanks for the good luck. Hope you've been well. Do a bit more berry grinding here. It technically doesn't matter when I do this, but it is nice to have before year 2, because I have to plant 8 bags of corn and water them every day. There we go. So I think that's 4 out of 10. No, that's 3. Whenever I catch a fish after I have enough money for the snowseed flower, I'm going to throw a fish into the pond for another berry. And that one will be 4 out of 10. It is such a bad feeling missing 3 in a row. Okay, that's 4. We need 3 more for money, and then 1 more for the berry, and then we're done. Yeah, SBL, you just kinda eat the entire fish raw. Like, you don't even make sushi out of it. Just scales and everything. Okay, rainy day. That is 1 out of 6. Fishing, for whatever reason, is not available in the rain. You'd think it would be, since typically rain is like the best time to go fishing. Game hates me. Honestly, rain is actually a good thing in this case. I need 6 rainy days before the end of summer, so the more I get, the better. As long as I don't get like 5 in a row, and then I can't catch enough fish before spring 23rd. So ideally, tomorrow is sunny. I catch my final fish, and then we get like 5 days of rain. I technically might have had time for a 3rd fish that day, but it's so unlikely it's not really worth it. Okay, 2 rainy days. Oh yeah, it's only the 11th, so yeah, we're totally fine. I'm gonna do a strategy where I save scum rain. You can't copy your file in this game, but you can save without, you can sleep without saving, and I think I'm gonna do that a bit. Just because even though we have the entirety of summer, the chance of rain drops by 5% per day, and that 5% is replaced with a chance of typhoons, and typhoons in this game take out like a quarter of your crops. So a single typhoon would kill this run, like, immediately. I do have a backup save, of course, but it's not really something I want to have to use. If I can avoid it. Okay, final fish for money. Then I need one more for the berry, and then we're done. Thank you, Becca, for the anti-typhoon energy. Okay, if I could just catch one more, that would be amazing. Okay, nice. So now we are officially done fishing for the entire run. And that is berry number 4. I don't want to jinx it, so I probably shouldn't say anything, but the RNG has actually been pretty good so far. Wow, that is amazing. That is 4 days of rain out of 6. And we're only on the 17th. That is 5 out of 6. Yo, what's up, Meads? Oh yeah, the game still says, Hero of Leaf Alley. I didn't even realize. Okay, Saturday the 20th. Alright, Spring 23. Today we buy the Snowseed Flower. That is 2000 G, and it's going to give us a Power Berry in winter. Oh yeah, this is a banger. Speaking of bangers, even though we don't technically have to go there, I think I might visit the Sprite Tree. Just because that song's really good. Alright, so now I just need 1 day of rain. And then I think we're done with RNG for like quite a while. Not the entire run, we still have some in year 2. But definitely a lot less than normal. I need to play this more casually. Yeah, you really should, Heinz. It's simple because it's obviously old, but I think it still stands up, or it still holds up today. Like, it has the perfect level of simplicity, but also enough content for it to be interesting. So I think anyone who's not played it should at least give it a try. It's got all the HM staples. Yeah, it's kind of like every core concept of Harvest Moon is present in some way. So even though you don't have something like mining, I don't know, it just has the classic Harvest Moon feel. Yeah, we did get rain, but I'm gonna not save. Mainly because of that. If I had saved there without checking the TV, the run would have died. The sprinkler feels so good. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, there's a watering can upgrade called the sprinkler, and it waters a 3x3 around you, like instantly, and it never runs out of water. So you go from like very slowly manually watering one tile at a time to watering like your entire field in 20 seconds. Because time goes by really fast in this game, you only have 12 seconds per hour, and like I mentioned earlier, every time you exit the crossroads, the clock rounds up to the following hour. So if you run back and forth between the town like 5 times, you're losing a full 5 hours of daylight. So you kind of have to pick like which days you plant crops, which days you harvest them, when you do affection and lumber gathering and stuff like that. Okay, that's rain. Into another hurricane. Classic marathon luck. Saw somebody talking smack about the sprinkler. That is very shocking. I feel like you can't really have anything bad to say about it. Okay, it's raining on the 28th. Alright, so I can save, and now I'm not going to save until I'm done shipping potatoes, in case I get a hurricane. So a fun little quirk in this game. The developers had the foresight to allow you to ship from over this rail, which is a huge time save. Like, if you had to walk all the way around, it would be pretty terrible. Hey, Scorpius. Yeah, this is quite a bit. I think we have 90 in this route. And that's gonna make us about 7,200 G. What happened to the music? This rain took it away. I think that's unironically my only complaint with this game, is that music doesn't play during the rain. Well, that and crops go unwatered if you plant them during the rain. So I know in games like Friends of Mineral Town, if it's raining, you can till a plot and then plant it and it'll be watered. But in this game, it only waters it if it's already tilled and planted like the day before. Does it work from any square away from the bin or just across the fence? You have to be touching the bin. So like if I were to throw it from like here, it would not work. Good thing they fixed them in 64. If only. So I think today's the 29th. So I actually am gonna save. Just because I can ship all of them tomorrow. I actually don't care about a typhoon anymore. Oh, I missed a question from Sam earlier. No, we cannot ship them all in one day. Which I guess you already saw. I think he means if you're on the side of the bin that doesn't have a fence. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. If I jump up here, I can ship it. This game takes place in Idaho. And today's Tuesday, so I think I'm gonna go buy grass. I'm mental blank. I was thinking we need to buy the grass to buy a chicken later, so I ran to the animal shop. But yeah, in this game you have to have 2 plots of grass planted for every animal you buy. And because we need 3, I'm gonna buy 3 plots, or 3 bags, and then use the one I already have in the shed. The reason I'm doing this now instead of later on is because we have to buy a chicken in fall of year 1, and then trade it for a power berry. Do we need to water the grass? We do not, luckily. You wonder if it was intended like that? But the game just checks if you're collision with something. Yeah, it's possible. Honestly, knowing the developers, it would not surprise me at all if they, like, accidentally implemented it. Or Ida invented the tater tot as a way to access potato shavings. Oh, is that Oregon? Through Idaho? Or is there a company called Or Ida? I'm honestly not sure. Yo, what's up, Jedaggle? There's a company called Orida, but I believe I've correctly identified the way they name themselves. Okay, I think around the 20th. I did like a Japanese name. Do they grow potatoes in Japan? I'm not sure what the climate's like there. Your friend comes from a potato farm in Hokkaido? Yeah, I guess if potatoes grow in a cold climate, that would make sense. Oh, you know what? I actually want to plant these over here. I totally forgot I have corn later. So yeah, let me not plant grass right outside the house. Bunny? Did a rabbit come on screen? I must have missed it. That can happen though. I think rabbits, squirrels. Oh yeah, when you till the ground, a mole can come out. But when you idle, a rabbit, squirrel, and I think something else can run on screen. Maybe a fox. So on fall 1, I'm going to buy a chicken and then trade it. Also, I did get one typhoon, I think like the day after I planted all my grass. And I only lost 2 tiles, that is insane. I think that is probably the least damaging typhoon I've ever had in this game. Losing 2 out of 36 is wild. Like unironically, one in a English, 1 in 1,000 luck. Unfortunately, we cannot name chickens in this game, only cows. But, we're gonna sell him right away anyway, so that's fine. I can't save tonight, because funnily enough, your chickens can die. I think it actually just happened. I'm not even joking. There's gonna be a pound of feathers. Or a pile of feathers. Yep. Yeah, that can happen if you have too many broken fences. Yeah, it's a little gruesome. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go take out the hammer and break a few rocks today. Or, broken fences, I mean. Yeah, I have the console behind me. It's actually a Mother 2 cartridge, or a Mother 2 shell casing, but it's an English PCB of this game. I just don't have a working Super Nintendo, so I have to use a Super Famicom. And for whatever reason, Nintendo made the cart slots smaller. I guess to prevent people from importing games for whatever reason. Alright though, chicken round 2. Hopefully this guy will not die. Yeah, you'd think having a broken fence would at least help deter, like, a wild animal. Yeah, he doesn't even deliver it. He's like, yeah, it's outside. Go grab one. Yeah, I think the N64 is pretty similar to SNES. Like, if you take it apart, you can break the tabs off. Oh, today's Saturday? I did not plan that well. So we actually have 2 more nights to get through without my chicken dying. You know what? I think I can bring him inside, actually. That might help. But yeah, for the, for HM64, I switched the cartridge back. Because that's good enough for that console. But for the Super Famicom, you have to play you have to switch the entire shell. Like the front and back. Hope the dog's fed. Yeah, he's doing alright. He's finding some random food in the cupboard. Alright, so we're gonna tell this guy we want to sell a chicken. And then we're gonna go home and just trade it to somebody else for a piece of fruit. Oh, you meant for the chicken's sake? I see what you're getting at. So yeah, this random guy is gonna come back and give us a piece of fruit for a chicken. And the chicken just automatically knows to follow him. He's like, oh yeah, if I'm gonna get sold, I'm not going back to the slaughterhouse. Yeah, he does call it a cow. Which, who knows, it could be a very small cow who suffered a deformity early on in life. So it's wearing a chicken costume. No, I think the hawker in game, or the peddler, whatever his name is, calls it a cow. Okay, so on the 12th, I have to attend the Harvest Festival. Is this a pigeon? Oh, you mean the guy that's like pointing at a butterfly? Yeah, that was the first time he's ever seen a chicken. He's like, well, it's an animal on a farm. I think that's what they call cows. Right, so during fall, you can come up here and get a full moon berry. A fish would also work for the power berry, but you know, that's obviously RNG. It's a deer. Yeah, who are we to say? Could be anything. But yeah, putting this or a fish in the hot pot will give us a power berry. Just have good RNG. And just casually taking an entire explosion and being fine. Juice. I mean, technically wine is juice. They just ferment it with yeast for a couple weeks and stuff happens. Alright, and on full 20, I have to win the Egg Fest. There's a 50-50 chance I get a berry. I either get that or a turtle figurine. Technically, if I don't get the berry this year, I could get it in year 2. But I think I'm gonna reset for it. Just because, I need the stamina. Okay, sleeping into fall 14. Into the 15th. I wish we had a HUD in this game. It does add a layer of skill having to track stuff. But I feel like it takes me 5 days to lose count. It's a skill, but kind of a stupid skill. Yeah, it's kind of like button mashing in a sense. It's like, it doesn't really take practice. It's just like you can either do it or you can't. But yeah, this is the egg hunt. We have a few different boxes around town to check. It's random each time. In Harvest Moon 64, there's only 8 patterns, I believe. So if you memorize like all 8 patterns, you just know exactly where to go. But I think this game is completely random each time. That is a horrible misclick. Okay, orange. Gonna be down here somewhere. Light blue. Okay, I think we should be fine. We don't have to win every round. I think we can only win like 2 or 3 and we're fine. Or let me catch up with chat here. Keeps the date written on the bottom of his tool. That's why he has to hold it up when checking. Yeah, the real strats. Who needs a calendar when you have an entire hoe to write on? Okay, that's berry number 7. Find that because Harvest Moon runs can be so repetitive, it can be easy to dodge yourself. Or if you miscounted days. Yeah, that's the biggest issue with me. Especially in Harvest Moon 64. You basically sleep from fall 4 to fall 20, and then from fall 20 to winter 18. And obviously every pause loses like 5 seconds, so you don't want to keep pausing. But if you sleep past winter 18, you lose like 20 minutes. We did win, yes, Nico. So now we're gonna sleep for winter, and wait for the, earthquake. There's 2 earthquakes in this game, one in summer and one in winter. They're both random. They can happen on summer 1 or summer 30. Same thing in winter. So we're gonna have to look out for that at night. Second try. I will take that. I actually wrote down how many gifts I have Parsley and Martha this morning. Yeah, that's also very helpful in these types of games. Like, even if you don't track affection directly, just tracking how many gifts you've given. Nothing else you can name the horse. It's gotta be Retro. Who I believe is coming up next with a Harvest Moon DS run. So let me open a calculator here. Already have 2 stumps. Also, this is a bit of a reference to Zelda. The blue, or the snowseed flower, actually looks like a blue rupee, and we use it to summon a fairy. But yeah, the winter earthquake removes a little rock here. And we can use that to get the golden axe. If you accidentally say yes and quote-unquote lie to her, I believe you can buy it in the tool shop for 2000 G. Yeah, let's get some real Harvest Moon runners in here. None of these phonies doing glitchless best ending runs. See, it's things like this that kind of give this game charm. I don't know why, but I feel like most Harvest Moon games don't have, like, small little events like that. There's also an event where you can grow a beanstalk and climb into, like, a sky fortress and get a golden egg. And, like, the way you do it is so convoluted, most people, like, wouldn't run into it. Yeah, this game honestly has, like, way more content than you'd think it would. Yo, what's up, Renna? How's it going? Between the tutorials and a cutscene for everything, which there was some random hidden stuff. Yeah, me too, Kari. There's kind of like a certain charm it has that kind of got lost. The closest thing I can think of is in Animal Parade. There's this little cutscene with a ghost called Tom, I believe. And you have to, like, go find a music box and bring it back to him. But generally speaking, most games don't have, like, you know, pointless little side quests. Also, I think for the sake of the marathon, I'm gonna sleep, even though it's technically a bit slower. Because we have to have 62 stumps. And I only have 29 right now. Tom, not Odd Tom. Well, for all we know, the ghost in Animal Parade could be based on Odd Tom. The developers just knew, all the way back in like 2008, that one day we'd have a prolific speedrunner named Odd Tom. So they referenced him in the game. Yo, what's up, Davidiel? This was your first? This was also my first. So any praise I give is slightly nostalgia blind. But, even just speaking objectively, I do think it's a good game. And anyone who's not played it should play it. Or at least try it out. Okay, that is 44. We only need 18 more. Which is only half, by the way. I'm gonna do half now, and then half later, just to break up the monotony. I believe the second half I do is gonna have fall music instead of winter. You remember borrowing this from your friend? Or from your brother back in the mid to late 90s? And for most of us, this was the entry to Japanese farm sims. Yeah, this was like the only one. Because I think the GB game didn't come out until 98. And then 64 came out in 99. And then they kind of like took off in the early 2000s. But for a while, this was like the only one. I think back then the limitations to the game were good at making you feel like they were bigger. Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that really carries this game is the art style. Like, this looks like something that would come out as like an indie game. Like, the graphics honestly still hold up. Okay, 414. Oh, I'm actually way over. Okay. Okay, 414 divided by 6. Just about 70. Okay, so later on, I only need 40. Is that right? Yeah, I think it should be fine. Has anybody played River King? I actually have. River King is probably my second favorite series behind Harvest Moon. And Nostro here in chat is a fellow River King mod on speedrun.com. There's actually quite an, I'd say quite active speedrunning scene for that game. Or for that series. I think I actually have my cartridges, like, right behind me in a box. Let me see if I can grab one. Yeah, I can't find them, unfortunately. Slow Runs Live, thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody from that stream. Hope you're all doing well. We are currently waiting for the Starry Night Festival and Harvest Moon SNES. Yo, what's up, Frog? Thanks for the raid. What would be a good introduction game for River King? I would say either GBC1 or GBC2. Unfortunately, in America, we only got 4 games, and Japan got like 25 or something. So your options for English are GBC1, GBC2, Mystic Valley on the DS, or A Wonderful Journey on the GameCube. Or on the PS2, I mean. I actually don't think there was a GameCube version. And across the pond you got even less. Yeah, isn't it called harvest fishing in Europe? And you guys only got 2 of them? Yo, what's up, Kitty? How's it going? Mystic Valley was called harvest fishing. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, now it's time for the New Year's Festival. It's gonna take about 20 seconds here. This is kind of like the biggest downtime in the run. We're basically just waiting until summer of year 2. Enshrouded? Enshrouded? I've not heard of that game. You'll have Distant Mountains and SNES games. Yeah, I feel like the developers went way too hard. Just look across the board. Every SNES game has beautiful scenery. By the end of the marathon, you'll be replaying 2 games and starting 1 new one. Nice. How goes the farming? It's going pretty good so far. This is only the second run of the marathon, so we still have like 2.5 full days left. This looks familiar. Yeah, there's a couple points in this run where we basically do nothing but sleep, and unfortunately this is one of them. But in about 15 days here, we're gonna have some more gameplay coming up. Is it 3 or 2.5? This is only 2.5. We play through all of year 1, all of year 2, and then the game ends on fall 1st of year 3. Okay, any day now. Tuesday the 29th. So on Summer 1, I'm going to spam Anne 42 times, and then buy 8 corn seeds. Yeah, this is the mayor warning us about our father. He says we basically have a year left to, fix our farm and make it look nice. Yo, what's up, Soren? How's it going? I'm doing alright myself, thanks. So yeah, 8 bags of corn, and not a single seed more. There's actually a mod for this game, I think it's called the Intuitive Ranchmaster mod, that allows you to buy, like multiple bags in one menu. So that's 5... 6... 7... About to do some programming while listening to a solid podcast. Nice. Well, good luck with the programming. Hope it goes well. Thank you, Heinz. So every time we do this, we get 8 affection, and Anne needs quite a bit. I believe in total we need 650 affection for both children. Hello, Sire Edits. Yeah, the art style for this game is really nice. Like, I'm really not sure why Natsume hasn't, like, ported this to PC. Like, if they took the exact game, fixed, like, 2 issues, and then made it, like, 16:9 instead of 4:3, it would sell insanely well. The affection cap, it's a 2-byte value, but I think it technically caps at 999. And that's an issue for the Max Ranchmaster category. Because 999, I guess I have to explain how that works. For every 16 affection points, you get 1 Ranchmaster point. And that works out to 496 to 511 affection. And if you go over 511, it actually restarts. And then capping it off at 90 or 999 is it's like 1 point too little. Because Natsume can't even spell their own name. Yeah, that's true, Rena. Like, every time they port a game, they somehow mess it up. Sam just ran Hero of Leaf Valley for the marathon, and the PS Vita version of that game actually lags more than the PSP version. Even though the Vita has more RAM than the PSP. And I'm pretty sure other games like Persona, or like Persona 3, the portable version at least, I'm pretty sure that runs better on Vita. But somehow Natsume messed it up so poorly that their game lags incredibly. Natsume moment. Shocks you how late into the 2000s Natsume was doing body translations. Yeah, it really is. Like, it makes sense for 1996 in this game, But they had bad translations in like 2009. Almost done with Reload. I still need to play that. Persona 3 was my first of that series, and I've been waiting for a remake for like 10 years, and it finally comes out and I don't have time to play it. I'm so mad. Friends of Mineral Town and all the chat bugs. Yeah, I think there's a webpage on Fogu, and there's something like 50 translation errors. Favorite is the New Beginning code showing the goddess's birthday. Yeah, doesn't it like print the actual script itself? It's like portrait ID equals 23. Use the horse race cheat IRL to quit my job and play P3. The real strats. Alright, we only need 10 more. And then we are done spamming. Also, for context, when she says it'll be showcased, she's talking about the sprinkler in the top right. That is within our field of view. And we just tell her, we basically tell her we don't believe her, like 50 times. And that is enough to make her marry us later on. They missed one piece of code and ruined it. Has dialogue out of the box too. You love telling women you don't believe them in hopes they'll marry you. Yeah, it's easy. It's all you have to do. Just go to Walmart, ask if they sell milk, and if they say they do, tell them they're not. Tell them they don't. And just do that like 50 times in one day. All you have to do. Alright, 2 more, and then we're good. Tell them they don't, show them your dog, and throw logs at them. Yeah, the trifecta. That'll work just immediately. Tried to follow the dating advice of these games, but every time you gave a woman a bottle of wine daily, she turned into an alcoholic. It's unfortunate. Sounds like a bit of a skill issue to me, to be honest. Dad's gonna love this farm. Yeah, we have 4 plots of grass, broken fencing, and some soon-to-be dead corn. Okay, that's 3 plots. That's 4. So that's 5 and 6. I think I do have to go get the axe, unfortunately. I should have done that earlier. So now we get to see how impossible it is to see at night in this game. I might actually have to look at my capture card for this, because I really do not want to mess this up. Oh, I did one too many. Yeah, that should be fine. Almost forgot to water those. Yeah, I cannot see anything, so hopefully I watered all of those. It's not the end of the world if not. Did he just eat a worm? He needs protein. Yeah, this guy does not care. He'll eat anything. This is the weather vane event. I believe this is 50 affection. The one that Rick inherits? Yeah, I'm assuming it's the same one. It makes sense that it would be. Yeah, the naming is, a little suspect. Why is it in our barn? My headcanon is that Anne put it there specifically to talk to us. Like a scene out of a rom-com. What's up, tall girl? How's it going? The playthrough's going pretty well so far. A bit of bad RNG, a bit of good RNG, so can't really complain too much. We are at arguably the biggest RNG point in the run, though. Because one typhoon wouldn't kill the run, depending on how early it happens, but it could lose a ton of time. So I'm gonna try to stagger my saving and only save like every 3 to 4 days. Which, it's not perfect, but it has helped in the past. Sprinkler reminds you of Doraemon's Takecopter. Is that in the, Doraemon Story of Seasons game? I played the first one a bit, but, not the second one. So yeah, coming up on the 13th is going to be our final house extension. Or not final. I don't know where that came from. It's going to be our first harvest and first house extension. Okay, it looks like I just hit 139 on the clock. So this pace is pretty decent. Like the hallway design. Yeah, this is one of the very few Harvest Moon games where missing out on 2 crops is actually worth it. Like, normally you would want to do the, like 3x3 with 1 missing on the bottom. But, mainly due to the sprinkler, you actually don't want to do that. I mean, I guess playing casually you could, but in a speedrun it saves quite a bit of time to, you know, just do the hallway. So yeah, any day now, we should have some crops to harvest. Yeah, no, Stro, that's one of the reasons I stuck with, like, Harvest Moon speedrunning all this time. Because, like, even back when I first joined in, like, 2016, the community was, like, really open and welcoming. And it's just a lot more chill than, like, other communities I've been in. Like, I play a lot of Dead by Daylight from time to time, and, I don't know if any of y'all have played that game, but the community is very toxic. So I just have, like, no desire to, really do much in that game outside of play occasionally and ignore the chat. Alright, corn is ready. So as soon as I'm done harvesting, I have to go order the extension. Even though we don't have our money until tomorrow, the money will actually come through before the carpenter. Also, a bit of a side note, every time you ship something from the horse, you have to be physically touching it, like, down to the pixel. So if you are 1 pixel away, you do not ship it. So, like, right there, if you notice these saddlebags did not extend, that means I missed shipping it. So you have to kind of look out for that. Another really annoying thing is if you hold B to run in this game, you move at 2 pixels at a time. So, right, I have to water later. The way that works, if you are 1 pixel away from the horse and you are running, you will not move 1 pixel. You will stay 1 pixel away. So you can hold B to run into the horse for like a full second and think you're touching it, but you're actually a pixel away. So that's why if it looks like I'm, like, very slow shipping anything, it's because I have to let go of B and hold a D-pad direction when I touch it. Am I harvesting moons? I am indeed harvesting moons. Moons of corn. Please, no typhoon. Alright, nice. And so corn is going to grow every 3rd morning. So we'll have 2 days of watering and then harvest. So we should be done on summer 26, I believe. Oh yeah, we got a lot of corn. In total, I think I ship 288 corn. We have 48 tiles of it, times 6 harvests. I think that's 288. And each one of them is worth 120 G. So we're making pretty good money from this. Also, I think from now on I'm going to save after every harvest. I think that should be fine. Alright, house is done. On the 18th, I have to buy the blue feather, and then propose on the 24th. I think I technically have a week of leeway, so I could buy the feather on the 24th. Oh, today is the 18th, okay. But yeah, I could buy the feather on the 24th, and propose on fall 1, and I think that would be fine. And the reasons I do those days in particular is because for whatever reason in this game, you can only buy the feather on a Sunday, and you can only propose on a Saturday. I believe today is a harvest day. And this is number 3. Have to get God's approval to buy it, and then give her parents a week to approve. True. I think one of your gripes in the more recent SOS games is they've lost those Japanese-specific charms. Yeah, I agree. Like, even if they replaced it with a different type of folklore, that would be fine. But it's like the old games had charm and, like, real-life references, like the Kappa. And like the beanstalk in this game, stuff like that. And the modern games just don't really have that. I guess it's like they're too realistic in a way. Like in Pioneers of Olive Town, you have like sprinklers to water your crops, and I just think of like Harvest Moon GB, where you have an umbrella, And if you use the umbrella, you can make it rain the following day. I'd rather have something like that. Something like unrealistic but charming. Rather than like a practical, like sprinklers. Or even like hiring the harvest sprites to water crops for you. Any HM game that doesn't have an old couple with a cafe stranded on the mountain just doesn't have enough charm. Yeah, stuff like that. Like, you just don't have just charming things in the new games. It's all too, like, realistic and standard, I feel. One reason is probably to appeal to a wider audience without having to do much restrictive localization. I'll finish reading that in a second. Bumped the fantastical series completely. Yeah, that's a good point, Frog. Rune Factory did kind of like take over with that type of stuff. Love Town felt too modern. Yeah, a perfect example of that would be the Vespa, or the moped. Like, at least in this game, the only car you see is the old, like, 1950s Japanese compact pickup truck. And you have this, like, old CRT television with antennas on top. Like, you feel like you're playing a farming sim from the 70s or 60s at the earliest. But in Olive Town, you just, like, ride in on a Vespa. And you have, like, a flat screen TV. I feel like the best mix, or the best when it's a texting and speedrunning is not easy. I feel like I like it best when it's a mix of simple technology and a bit of mysticism. Yeah, I agree, Sam. That's a good way of putting it. Yo, what's up, Odd Tom? Farmer who grows corn but only eats rice? Hey, to be fair, I am a rice fan. I definitely like rice over corn. That Desert has never eaten an onigiri. Nico, I've eaten plenty of onigiri. This little event here. You need proof? I don't have proof, Nico. I didn't, like, take a selfie. Maybe I'll have one ready for the next marathon. I'll eat one on stream for proof. How about that? But yeah, the little event there, letting him borrow our hammer, he will make it golden when he brings it back. And I believe it also gives us like 20 affection. I mean 20 happiness, not affection. But yeah, we are officially married. Can I make it with a drying pan? I've never made onigiri myself, I don't know. I've only like bought the like tiny single packages in convenience stores. Whenever you have no idea for what kind of carbohydrate-heavy side dish to offer, rice will do the trick. Yeah, rice is a good go-to. It's very cheap, takes like no effort to cook it, and you can just like microwave it on a later day if you want to. I feel like I probably eat rice 5 days a week. Is she marrying you, or is she marrying the corn? Honestly, Odd Tom, she probably is marrying the corn, or at least the corn money. Could marry in this game without getting the big ass bed. Yeah, Frog, this was the, probably the only case in the series where you have a very small bed. It's very graphic, I know. Oh yeah, I guess 64 does as well. Yeah, this game is very sick. I don't know how they got an E rating. Or a K through A, I think it was back then. Am I actually done with money? I think I am. Wait a minute. 22K? What have I bought? I'm kind of worried. No, I think I do one more. Why did they decide 2 beds was necessary? Because you gotta stay PG and wholesome. Yo, what's up, iBums? How's it going? Well, and that's good to hear. Yeah, run's going pretty well. I had a bit of rough RNG early on, but it's honestly been pretty good. The only thing that would kill it is one typhoon, like literally today. Which we did not get, luckily. Okay, so yeah, if I remember correctly, that is technically all of the RNG in the run. So we are officially luck-free from now on. Unless I make a mistake. If I make a mistake and kill the run, it was totally RNG. But if not, then it's pure skill from here on out. Yo, what's up, AIM? How's it going? The human element is the greatest form of RNG. Honestly true. Does vibing mostly be lurking during the event? That's cool. Marathon streams are basically good for like 99% lurking. Oh, thank you for the shout out, HarvestMoon speedruns, who may or may not be demo. Could be anyone. Actually true. Could be a ghost. Alright, so now I'm going to chop the remaining 55 stumps. Bet it was Nico. Honestly, the idea of Nico having access to the Restream PC would be terrifying. I don't even want to know what type of nefarious activities would arise. It went down by 1. Honestly, I feel like that happens every marathon. During the event itself, runners lose followers, and then in the coming weeks they gain them back when new people join the Discord. Nico on stream in only a few short hours. I know, it's terrifying. I was gonna make a joke there and I cracked myself up. The girl in pink hair is named Nina, and we had a community member who used to call her Nina. And I always laugh every time I think about it. None of your business. So good. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but like, anytime a name is said, and it's like slightly off, it just makes it 10 times funnier. Like, Gustafa instead of Gustafa in A Wonderful Life. And people thinking Iori's name was spelled with a lowercase l in Olive Town, and his name was actually Lori. Like the amount of complaint threads on Reddit asking why they hadn't fixed it is so funny. Vidaya. Yeah, I don't know where Vidaya came from. It just kind of came out. You're gonna mispronounce every name. I don't know, maybe my sense of humor is broken. But just imagining, like, Galen instead of Galen. Kelia. Oh my god, Cecilia is... I will never call her Cecilia. Or Ran, yeah, Ran is easily one of the worst. Doesn't it technically mean, like, Iris or something in Japanese? And it's pronounced more like Ron? I could be making that up. But, like... You can't call her Ran in English. I mean, I guess you could. But, like, when the entire community knows their name is Anne... Oh, Orchid, not Iris. But yeah, I don't know. It feels like they're doing it to, like, give Natsume the middle finger instead of, like, appeasing their fans that know them by the original name. Like Gordy instead of Cody in A Wonderful Life. Like, they went from Muffy, Celia, Cody to, Molly, Cecilia, and Gordy. It's like it's not even the same character at that point. Yeah, Heinz, it really feels like they're, like, more focused on just giving Natsume, like, letting them know what's good. Just like, hey, remember how you kind of, like, stole the Harvest Moon name from us? We're gonna completely undo every character name you made. It's just petty. Like how you forced your wife to also sleep the entire day off. Yeah. Like she thought she was marrying a rich guy, and she would have freedom. But instead she's stuck, literally laying in bed 24 hours a day. living off of croissants and rice. Okay, tomorrow. Could have called her Lon. Yeah, that would have even been better. And you still have, like, the second half. Yeah, and, like, not even with the character names, but, they changed it from Forget-Me-Not Valley to Forgotten Valley. Which, like... Come on. Forgotten Valley, really? If you're gonna change it, at least come up with something a little bit charming. You'll always pronounce stuff incorrectly for the bit. Yeah, it's so funny. It's like, it doesn't matter what context it's in. Just like slightly mispronouncing a name. It's top tier humor. Instead of Metro City. Metrocity. Forgotten Valley is a great name. It's not bad. It's just like Forget-Me-Not Valley has like a dual meaning, I guess. Like they took an old saying and named the valley after it. It's like if they changed Mineral Town to like Mine Town, Rock Town, Town for farming minerals. Brocktown. Or Central. See, honestly, I like that. I would have been fine with Or Central. Yeah, Forget-Me-Not is... It just has charm. Like, that's the classic Harvest Moon charm we were talking about earlier. Forgotten Valley is so plain and bland. It's like, I could see a town in real life being called Forgotten Valley. Like, I don't think it's a bad name. I just think it's a, you know, like 10-point downgrade from Forget-Me-Not. It's a flower. Yeah, see, it's like, the name clearly had a ton of thought put into it, and they replaced it with, like, Forgotten Valley. You know, it's old, it's small. They got caught up on making it super literal versus Natsume used English equivalents. Yeah, that's a good point. I think somebody said something about the twin brothers in A Wonderful Life, how like they kept their Japanese names in the English version of the remake simply because there's like a Japanese pun associated with it. But like, it's the English version. 99% of people are not gonna get the pun. Like, there was nothing wrong with Casey and Patrick. Like, the way I see it, if you want to play the, like, Japanese localization, just play the Japanese version. Like, the English version should be localized to, like, English culture. Same thing with, like, French and German. Yes, I agree. I think it's a bit of both. Like, they're using literal translations specifically to break away from Natsume. And they're just killing, like, two birds with one stone. Another possibility is it cuts down on the localization time, because whenever the Japanese versions come out, they have, like, very rough, literal English translations. Same with, like, Spanish and French and German, Portuguese. So it's like they're putting it through, like, a generic translator and then manually fixing it to have, like, the same grammar. Somebody on Twitter actually called them out because on an early version of the French translation, they didn't put spaces in their question marks. So they were putting, like, every sentence that ended with a question mark was, like, right at the end of a word, instead of having a space before it. And I think the Spanish version didn't have, like, the upside down question mark at the beginning. When he's translated stuff from German to English before, you can say it's very tough balance. Both of these languages are relatively close. Yeah, it definitely seems like doing a direct translation from any language isn't a good call. I'd rather have, like, even if it has to be completely rewritten, I'd rather have, like, a completely new sentence that's, like, loosely based on the original one. If that makes sense. Pretty sure Natsume owns the rights to the translation. That is a good possibility. Especially with the more, like, unique names. So yeah, there definitely could be a legal issue there. Okay, though, coming up on the 30th, I have to go talk to the mayor 100 times. Every time you talk to him, you get 5 happiness. And I need over 500 happiness for the best ending. Wait, today's not the 30th, is it? No, it's not. As a big Grand Bazaar enjoyer, you gotta say, some of the Spanish translations for the names are weird. So did they, like, give characters new names? Or do you just mean for, like, items and stuff? Alright. Dirk is called Iruko in the Spanish version. And I'm assuming that's not like an actual name. So they just did the, like... It's kind of weird to think about. If they just, like, made up new names that don't mean anything. That's kind of funny, but also kind of sad. Isn't that the literal romanization of the name Dirk? Yeah, I guess that's true. Calling Tina Branford Tara because the translator felt that Tina was too mundane to US audiences. That's funny. I don't know how true this is, but I thought I heard somewhere that in Spain, they'll teach history, but they give people, like, Spanish names. I don't have an example, but, like, someone like Mike would be changed to Miguel, but they would use, like, real-life people in history. Again, it could be false. I heard it on a Or from a Spanish Twitch streamer, so who knows. But that is funny if true. Right, yeah. So yeah, at this point we're waiting until summer. This is another, you know, little piece of downtime. Pretty much the only thing left is I have to do 1 to 2 additional plots of grass because of typhoons. And then we buy 1 chicken and 1 cow. And I guess technically we do have a couple of cutscenes as well. Our wife is going to give birth in about a week, I believe. So if anybody has any requests for the child name, get them in now. It is a 4-character limit, so nothing too crazy. Nico? Perfect. Yeah, it's only 4, unfortunately. What happened? Nico, you're about to be born. High fructose corn syrup, or corn for short. Born to 2 complete bums who sleep all day and have a chronically failing farm. Thought the guy was the baby for a second. Porn is a band name. They must have used, like, AI or something. Because I know Tree of Tranquility has, like, a manual spam filter, but they messed it up, so it has to be, like, the exact word. Like, if you type in a banned word and put, like, an S after it to make it plural, it won't work. So they must have used, like, AI or something to, prevent that from happening. And Korn somehow got hit. Just ban every word. Yeah, just have them named like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't name your chicken fart? Thank you, Nico. Why am I not surprised that you, of all people, would know that? People using corn as a substitute for the P word? Yeah, that is possible. But even still, like, it's a single-player game, so in my opinion, they shouldn't have spam words. Okay, Saturday the 9th. Yeah, exactly, Ashro. Like, it would make sense if it was multiplayer, or if people could see, like, your animal names. But because it's an entirely single-player game, like, I should be able to name my chickens something heinous like Stardew Valley fan without it getting blocked. I'm joking, by the way. We love every farming sim fan. Oh my god. Speaking of blocked names, Natsume streams on Twitch. Well, they used to, but people were flooding them with, like, mean comments, and they ended up blocking the word marvelous in their chat. Like, they unironically got called out so much that they banned the word marvelous. So funny. Like, the reason people were spamming them is because, they were taking credit for every Harvest Moon game that ever came out, but they were using, like, doublespeak. So they were saying, like, oh yeah, Natsume Back to Nature was first published by Natsume back in 1999. So just completely, you know, rewriting history and making it look like they made the games when they didn't. Yo, what's up, Lebond? How's it going? What did you miss? So far, just Hero of Leaf Valley and a bit of this run. But, we still have quite a few runs left in the marathon, so plenty of content. But yes, Natsume did get, mildly harassed on Twitch, to the point where they don't even stream anymore. Yeah, they caught some heat. We also made an alt account called, like, Natsume Biggest Fan. And we're like, hey, we love Natsume, and they banned it immediately. Just like, Natsume Biggest Fan comes in, says they love Natsume, gets banned. Who is we? I'm not copping to that. I will blame anyone other than myself. Okay, Tuesday the 19th. I think I'm gonna wait a bit for the cow and chicken. Just so they don't die. But yeah, when I say people were being mean, they were literally just calling out Natsume for, you know, lying and taking credit for games that they did not make. Let's not light too many fires. Good call, demo. Does the TV have big speakers? Yeah, that's a good point. If those come on, that child is gonna have some really bad hearing. Okay, Sunday the 24th. Tomorrow I'm gonna buy a chicken. And then a cow. And yeah, we only have... Okay, Typhoon. We only have 5 days left in the run. So we are almost done. If that's how they said and got banned. Well, I think they knew it was a troll account. They had to ban, like, I don't know, at least like 30 people that day. The speaker's in the house. Next to the TV. Alright, so tomorrow I'm gonna buy a cow. Not tomorrow, actually, because it's raining. Tomorrow, for real, we're gonna buy a cow. And assuming I did not forget anything, the run is going to be done in 3 days. Also, demo timing ends in, I don't know, like 2 minutes. Okay, time ends when I sleep today. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. So it looks like 2:42:12. That is not bad at all. I will take that for a marathon run. So we still have to wait for the final cutscene. It's gonna look like Jack and his wife standing outside the house with 2 kids. Thank you all for the GGs. This cutscene here is the cow ending. This happens for having... Actually, is this the cow ending? I don't think it is. I think that one's different. This is the chicken ending, though. His name is Pete? No way. No way, I'm Team Jack all the way. Thanks for the GGs again. This is the corn ending for shipping over 200 corn. He broke the egg. Yeah, I like how the developers knew that getting blocked in by chickens was such an annoying thing to happen, and they just did nothing to fix it. Thank you for the GGs. But yeah, I think we're a bit ahead of schedule, maybe. But up next we have a Harvest Moon DS run from Retro. Oh yeah, we are... ...24 minutes ahead. So I guess I can show off all the endings and stuff. This is the Anne cutscene, or the Anne ending for getting married to Anne, of course. And there's actually a glitch in this game that allows you to marry all 5 bachelorettes and get all 5 endings. After proposing, you have 1 frame to mash the X button, and you can actually switch off of the blue feather last minute. I'm looking at the restream and my hair is such a mess. I made the mistake of not brushing it while it was drying, so it's kind of like stiff. It's not going anywhere. Jealous of the hair. Don't worry, it'll be gone in 3 or 4 years tops. Alright, I think the next cutscene is, it should be the best ending, if we got it. We should all be standing outside the house. Yep, there we go. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and show off the sprite time save. Not time save. The sprite music, because it's so good. Oh god, retro. Yeah, I mean, I've never done anything with my hair other than like straighten it, so it could look alright. I must feel lonely as an HM speedrunner who's not bald. I'm very lonely. But like I said, give it 3 or 4 more years and I'll be there. Alright, so after the summer earthquake in year 1, you have access to the cave here. Always have the beard at least, yeah, that is true. But yeah, this song is only available in the Sprite Cave, which you never visit, even playing casually. It's honestly criminal. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I can show off. Do I have a bell? Or enough money to buy the bell? I think I do. Sprites are the unsung heroes of HM, very true. So yeah, there's a glitch in this game involving the bell. Oh, wrong building. Where you can actually make the game crash. And one time, which I don't have any proof of this, I had my wife turn into a cow, and I was never able to replicate it. Wait, what? Was it actually in the animal shop and I just missed it? Where do you buy the bell? Am I crazy? Like, hello? I bought the bell? They get married and you just start eating. Yeah, that did sound, a lot ruder than I meant. I swear you buy the bell here, but I'm not seeing it. Awarding me the Nobel Prize. Good one. It's unironically a good joke. Surprised Demo didn't jump on that with an Ellie comment. Oh, I do have the bell. Or no, it comes with a cow, I guess. So yeah, if you listen out here... I think I actually have to have this. Or not. Maybe I need the brush. I can't remember. Oh well, I mean we have like 20 minutes to kill. Did we start early? No, I think we started right on time. Or maybe not, maybe I thought we started at 4, but we actually didn't. So yeah, that would make sense. Oh yeah, right here it says 4:10, and we started at 4. So yeah, started 10 minutes early, and ended 10 minutes early. Hello? Hot patched? Oh, there we go. So hear that, like, cicada sound? If I do it one more time, I think my game crashes. Do it? Hang on, I want to see if, I want to see if I can get a broken sprite. Why is it making that noise? So I don't know why it happens, but in this game, the game tracks some value. It's normally set to 5, and switching tools goes to like 6 or 7. But for whatever reason, when you switch between the bell and certain other items, it doesn't reset, so it keeps counting up. And when it hits 8, the game crashes, and I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Having a little psychedelic trip here. But yeah, that's pretty much everything, I think. I'm ready to go whenever. So thank you all for watching. Up next we have a Harvest Moon DS run by Retro, so definitely stick around for that. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Hope you all enjoy the rest of the marathon.